Morning, a blessed Thursday to you. I sincerely hope that you're having a wonderful week. I'm praying healing for anyone who's going through any kind of ailment. This body is failing, but it's important that our spirit continue to mature in Jesus Christ. Be strengthened, be encouraged. We are healed by the stripes of Jesus Christ. Look to God. Yes, do your medicals, but look to God and trust in Him to bring about that healing that you desire. Now we're going to continue to look at guarding the heart and the importance of guarding the heart. And let's go over to a story. We're going to look at David and his brother Eliab. We're going to go to 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 26 to 37. Then David spoke to the men who stood by him, saying, "What shall be done for the man who kills this Philistine and takes away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God?" And the people answered him in this manner, saying, "So shall it be done for the man who kills him." Now Eliab, his oldest brother, heard when he spoke to the men, and Eliab's anger was aroused against David, and he said, "Why did you come down here? And with whom have you left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know your pride and the insolence of your heart, for you have come down to see the battle." And David said, "What have I done now? Is there not a cause?" Then he turned from him towards another and said the same thing. And these people answered him as the first one did. Now when the words which David spoke were heard, they reported them to Saul, and he sent for him. Then David said to Saul, "Let no man's heart fail because of him, for your servant will go and fight with this Philistine." And Saul said to David, "You are not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for you are a youth, and he a man of war from his youth." But David said to Saul, "Your servant used to keep his father's sheep. And when a lion or a bear came and took a lamb out of the flock, I went out after it and struck it and delivered the lamb from its mouth. And when it arose again, I caught it by its beard and struck and killed it. Your servant had killed both lion and bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine will be like one of them, seeing he has defied the armies of the living God." Moreover, David said, "The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear, he will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine." And Saul said to David, "Go, and the Lord be with you." A very popular story about David defeating Goliath. But what we want to look at here is David's heart. He obviously knew his God, and he had that faith and confidence in his God. But the other men, they have fear in their heart. They were fearful, including his brother. And his brother spoke harsh words to him. Now David could have allowed that to get into his heart, and he turned away and go back to the sheep. But no, David's heart was already guarded and fortified with the word of God, with his relationship, with his experience. And that is what he said to them. He was only able to do this because his heart was guarded. First, his heart had the word of God and not fear. And then it was guarded and protected from those outside influences. This is what we're supposed to do. It may not be words, it may be other things, as we discussed earlier this week. But when our heart is full with that word of God and we're obeying him and we have those experiences and we know our God, we are protected and fortified from those external things that will try to get in. And instead of allowing that to affect his heart, he is now affecting their hearts. And he's saying to them, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine? Just as I killed the bear and the lion, I'm going to kill him." Because why? He defied the armies of the living God. Those things, those externals that are defying the word of God and going against God, that is what we're guarding against. That is what we're rebuking. That is what we're saying, no, you're not getting in my heart. And apart from getting in my heart, you will cease to exist as well, because you will rebuke that thing. God bless you. Have a wonderful Thursday.